Stage 3 of the SISU tour takes us deep into France on a route that's built for breakaways, big efforts, and brutal timing. It's long, it's bumpy, and it's packed with sprint segments and one decisive climb. Let's break down Knights of the Round Table so you can race smart, stay fueled, and finish strong. You'll cover over 51 kilometers with 336 meters of elevation, hitting 4 loops of France's flattish terrain. It starts with a punchy cobble climb, go down a sprint reverse, and finishes at the exact same point. In between, 11 sprint segments, 1 KOM, and lots of chances to get dropped if you zone out. The route weaves through nearly every paved road in France except Mont Ventoux, linking sprint segments, cobble climbs, and sneaky rollers. It's deceptively flat, but relentlessly energetic. Your biggest challenge? Energy management. This is a long one. Even for Cat A riders, expect 75 minutes to 100 in the saddle, depending on your category. This route is sprint heavy, and the SISU Tour takes your best time for each segment. So you're not dead in the water if you flounder your first time through. Key segments like Sprint Tour Sprint, Sprint du Quartier Reverse appear twice, but only your best time counts. Plan ahead and don't burn matches for nothing. The sprint order is fast and frequent. Dodana, Balloon, Aqueduct KOM, Pave Sprint Tour, Quartier, Marina, and back again. With most sprints under 400 meters, you'll want to practice high-speed entries and avoid overcommitting. Save legs where possible and use the longer stretches between segments to recover. Your race could be won or lost on the Petit KOM. It's a 2.7 kilometer climb at 3.9%, which doesn't sound steep, but in a race, it rides more like a power climb. The road winds with a constant grade and limited recovery points. The lead-in is also fast, so position well before the base. This is where serious splits happen. If you're on the limit, try to sit in and tempo the early ramp. Riders often go too hard at the base and explode midway. Hit the summit near the front and enjoy a nice long downhill rest. This is your chance to rehydrate, refuel, and reposition for the final sprint. Go all in on aero. The Canyon Aero Road with DT Swiss Arc 1/100 disc wheels is the go-to setup for this route. The S-Works SL8 with DT Swiss 65S is a close second and might be worth rolling with if you're still leveling it up. The Petit KOM is long but gradual. You'll benefit from more pack speed than featherweight stats. Aero and draft power-ups will be the most valuable, especially on the KOM when surges return. If you do get a feather, save it for the KOM or Dodana sprint reverse finish. Mass start means pack tactics early, then attrition takes over. Cats A and B can expect fireworks at every sprint, KOM, brutal start, and on Les Antestants. Recovery windows are short. Bring bottles and a fueling plan. For Cat C and D, group pacing wins races. Save big surges for the KOM final 5 kilometers. Ride smart, draft well, and avoid any unnecessary effort. The Les Antestants section is tricky. 3 punchy climbs with little warning. Great place to test the group or force a small break. Practice pacing through that twisty section if possible. This is one of the longest races of the series, and fueling will define your second half. Take in 30 to 60 grams of carbs an hour, broken up every 10 to 15 minutes. Sport drinks, gels, or even a light homemade mix can work. A great option? Mix water, lemon juice, a spoonful of honey, and a pinch of salt. Easy on the gut, quick on absorption. Hydration is just as important. Preload water hours before the race and sip regularly, even if you're not thirsty. Start fueling by the 20-minute mark at the very latest. Here's your cheat sheet. Warm up well. The course doesn't hit too hard until about 20 minutes in. Learn sprint landmarks. You'll need to conserve and strike at the right time. Stay in the draft. Efficiency matters here more than anywhere else. Make your move on the Petit KOM or save it all for Dodana. Keep sipping and fueling as the minutes tick on. It's a long race, but if you race smart, this one rewards experience. Hit like if you're racing stage 3 and sub for my full recaps and tips for the rest of the tour.